let's go ahead and get the NBA draft lottery out the way. Draft lottery is May 12th. And if you don't know what that is, the NBA, all the teams that don't make the playoffs, they get put into some fancy lottery system. And from there, the number one pick, the team with that pick is chosen through that lottery system. Utah, Washington, and Charlotte have the highest lottery odds to win at 14%. Philly got a 10% chance, and so on and so forth like that.
Now, that's the professional way of what Jax is, supposed to say about definition. The real thing is Adam Silver and a bunch of niggas, they figure out who they gonna give the number one pick to. That's basically what it is. There's too many examples where it just seemed way too perfect for this to be the odds of what actually happened. Whatever pinball, whatever crazy ass equation to this day, nobody can write down and tell me what the equation is. Nobody can really tell you what exactly goes on verbatim to figure out who gets the number one pick or not. Well, we just supposed to believe them niggas behind closed doors for sure. It is what it is. But none of that really matters. We're here to decide and figure out, because this is one of those generational drafts, who needs who needs the number one pick the most?
There's a lot of all of these teams really, because they all sort of suck, but there's only one team that can get that number one pick. And do you think, because last year Atlanta, they got the number one pick, and they were had the number 10 odds to get the number one pick, so they just so happened to luck out and get that. Do you think this season it's gonna go chalk and a Utah, Washington, and Charlotte might get the number one overall pick, or you think it's just gonna be like a random team from the back of the lottery ended up with it, like Sacramento or Chicago or something like that?
I think it might be
grand scheme, none of this actually even matters because it's all just purely up to chance, but it's still.
I'll say this. I think it'll definitely be, because I don't know who had the worst record in the league.
The worst record was Utah, 17-65.
Okay, if Utah wins it, that'll be history, because the team with the worst record has yet to win a number one overall pick with the new.
Yeah, Utah has never had a number one overall pick.
Yeah, so the odds really not looking good for them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be real with you, but this might be one of those ones where somebody from behind it's never going to be like Wizards, Utah, and Charlotte Hornets all going to get a top 3 pick. It never happens like that. There's always going to be a nigga that's from that has a 4% chance that bumps up in the top 3. I won't be surprised if the Phoenix Suns pick gets up to like a top 5.
That would be so fun.
Bro, that'd be so fucking hilarious. And I'm be honest with you, Jax. If the Phoenix Suns got the number one pick, there wouldn't be nothing in my mind to say that wasn't rigged. You couldn't know. I'm already convinced.
I mean, the Suns, they don't got their pick no way, so it's gonna go to the Rockets. Yeah, so
yeah, exactly.
Why would
So
it be rigged?
Huh?
Why would it be rigged for that?
Teach them dumbass niggas a lesson, bro. Teach them little niggas a lesson, because these niggas just doing whatever over there in Phoenix. You don't care about your picks. Okay, we gonna force you to just sit in some shit. You already sitting in some shit right now. We gonna force you to think, nigga.
If they end up with, because Phoenix, their number one pick, if Phoenix, their pick will end up going to Houston because they did a whole bunch of terrible trades and everything. But Absolutely. If that happens and Houston ends up with that number one pick, that will mess up the NBA so much, because it feels like everybody just assuming, Houston's going to get a superstar, whether it be most people think it's going to be KD. I'm also sort of one of those people, but I know people have mentioned Giannis or something like that. If they end up just getting that number one pick and getting Cooper Flagg, and they don't have to do nothing else, because Cooper Flagg's going to be good in the NBA. If they don't have to do anything else, they don't need to get another star. They don't need to make any moves, any deals. They don't got to worry about trading nobody. That would be insanity.
Insane. I'm hanging up the phone. I'm hanging up the phone immediately, nigga. There's no kind of conversations outside of Victor Wembanyama that we talking about.
No, I'm and like, even give me Wemby, give me Jokic, give me Giannis, give me everybody.
I need Wemby and Castle. I started acting egregious just because I'm not trying to get off that nigga. But realistically, I wouldn't mind him going to the Washington Wizards. I like how the Washington Wizards are built.
I think the Wizards, I like them. They sort of remind me of like OKC or like the Celtics, how they all sort of came up together. Like that's what they reminded me of. Granted, the Celtics all of them didn't. Well, the Celtics they sort of disbanded a little bit because Marcus Smart not there no more. But like that's sort of what it's what I got pictured in my head when I see them, like the Celtics or OKC, like a team with all the young players coming up together. Because I do think it was trash, but they got some like what's his name? I think that French dude Koulibaly, he's pretty good.
Yeah, Bub Carrington is over there.
Carrington is nice.
And Jordan Poole is still there.
It's not. It's AJ. No, it's not AJ Green, because there is an AJ Green in the NBA, but he played for the Bucks. AJ Griffin, I think.
AJ
he's the one who got traded. Yeah, he also looks pretty good too. And then
AJ Johnson, and then
that looks solid. So I like what's going on in Washington.
Alex Sarr looks decent, or looks better than the start of the season. He continued to improve. Yeah, they got some good pieces over there, and they got Chris Middleton as a vet. For what it's worth, they got some kind of form of veteran leadership in some capacity. It's not all AAU basketball. I don't even know who that coach is, but they ended off the season really well. I like how it was. So if you add a Cooper Flagg to that, that's a great core piece to go. And it works on Jordan Poole's leadership. Like I like how he's been able to galvanize troops and teach niggas to do certain things. He was there for the he was there for that championship. So he has a championship under his belt. He knows what that shit is. I wouldn't be surprised. If they got Cooper Flagg and made some noise next year and made like a nice little play-in push, or just outright made the playoffs or whatever.
I wouldn't mind him going to the East as well, because the West has way too many stars, bro. Like, I'm sorry, like the NBA this offseason, something needs to happen to shake up the league, because it's too many good players in the West and too much cheese in the East. So that's why the Celtics, or I was gonna say they keep walking the finals, but looking a little shaky right now. But that's why the Celtics and the Cavs be dominating the regular season at least, though.
Absolutely. So, realistically, I think that's how it was gonna pan out. I'm hoping that it's the Wizards. I don't need it to be Charlotte, because Charlotte just don't know what the fuck they be doing.
I don't know why Charlotte is so bad. I don't think that, like, Brandon Miller, he was hurt, so I just sort of discard him. Like, he's good, he's just injured, so
can't really say. Same for LaMelo. He be good and then he get injured.
But like, it's just like, bro, like, I think they have very solid people. Like, LaMelo is not bad. I think Miles Bridges is really good. Trey Mann, I like him. I think Grant did get hurt, but like, what? It's been years, bro. Them niggas still they keep getting top picks. I'm like, what's going on?
Decades.
Nigga. It don't make no sense to me why they so bad still. Like, Nick, lock in, do something, bro, please.
Like, that's a front office issue. That's what it is. It's a front office. When you are bad,
Michael Jordan that sold the team. He's not doing it no more. Like,
it's bigger than Mike, man. It's bigger than Mike. When you bad for this long, it's more than one person that's doing bad for real. You know what I mean? It reminds me of the New York Knicks during that James Dolan kind of era, where it's just like, oh my God, you win 17 to 20 games a year. It's embarrassing. Niggas out here scoring career highs in the Garden. It's bad. But I will say, if it's not Washington, me personally, it's gonna be the Raptors. I think the Raptors would make sense.
Everybody on the Raptors is 6'8", bro.
Huh?
Everybody on the Raptors is 6'8".
Doesn't matter.
I'm telling you, I don't think the Raptors know what they're doing either. You said what?
I say, yeah, it actually doesn't matter. But I'm just realistically, I could see something where it's like, okay, them niggas got the number 1 pick this year. Oh wow, that's crazy. Like that wouldn't surprise me. The only thing that would surprise me is the Utah Jazz. I'm gonna be honest with you. The Utah Jazz would surprise me because the worst team in the league just never gets it.
The funniest possible outcome would be the Mavs getting the pick, which would be so damn funny. Will people look at Harrison different? No, they wouldn't, but still.
And niggas would say, bro, this is not fair. This is not fair, nigga. You can't keep getting away with shit, man. Like, you can't just do this to me. I'll be pissed.
If the Mavs get it, it's rigged for sure. If the Mavs get it, somebody got to put into Adam Silver because there's no way.
You couldn't tell. You said you couldn't tell me shit. Couldn't tell me a goddamn thing, honestly. But yeah, we'll see how it is, and we'll probably talk about the results on next pod. But final predictions: where do you want him? Where do you want Cooper Flagg?
You know, looking at these teams, like I do want him to go to an Eastern Conference team, so I'm taking all the Western teams out. Okay. Actually, there is one Western team I would be interested in seeing him with, in that, because I think this will be the shakeup that the league needs if he goes to New Orleans. If New Orleans ends up getting it, because I think if New Orleans get that pick, they trade in Zion, and wherever he goes, Zion is still a superstar, but he's still a star. He just got his own issues. But wherever he goes, that's going to change the league up. So I would actually like that to go to New Orleans. He probably wouldn't like it because the franchise is terrible and they can't keep their players healthy. But I think that'd be good.
Yeah, and I'll trade Zion to the East in a heartbeat.
Oh, for sure.
To the East. Yeah, trim to the Brooklyn Nets or some shit. Brooklyn would give us some picks to go get him.
Trade him to the Hornets. See him and LaMelo. That would be crazy with the lobs and everything.
Oh yeah, two niggas averaging 30 games a year. You right. Hey, them 30 games for to be cinema though. 30 games for the.
They each play 41 games. They just play the other ones miss. They just alternate.
None of them niggas playing back to backs. They playing only one nigga's only playing the first and one nigga's only playing the second.
They actually never play. They've only played one. They only played the first game together, and that's it.
That's it.
Only threw the ball to Zion 2 times this season.
Damn, bro, just 2 lobs. Fuck. Yeah, the league's not ready for that. The league's not ready for that.